and evade ground troops. The operation, which was guided by intelligence surveillance and, reconnaissance inputs, is part of a broader strategy aimed at degrading the group's operational capacity across the Lake Chad Basin axis, where insurgent activity was persisted for years. Military authorities are said to have intensified both air and ground offensives in recent weeks, focusing on disrupting supply chains, leadership structures, and recruitment networks of terrorist groups operating in the region. The latest strike adds to a series of coordinated efforts designed to weaken ISWAP's influence and restrict its ability to regroup or mount large-scale attacks. Analysts note that sustained area bombardments combined with ground clearance operations have increasingly pressured insurgent factions, forcing them into smaller, more isolated cells. However, they also caution that despite these gains, the group remains adaptive and continues to exploit remote terrain and porous borders in the northeast. Officials maintain that military operations will continue in line with national security objectives, with emphasis on restoring stability, securing vulnerable communities, and ensuring that displaced residents can safely return to their homes. The development underscores ongoing collaboration between Nigerian forces and international partners in addressing the long-running insurgency in the region. To education, the management of the Moshood Abiola Polytechnic Mapoli Abeokuta has expelled 365 students for securing admission with falsified academic documents. This is contained in a statement on Monday in Abeokuta by the institution's head of public relations and protocol, Mr. Yemi Ajibola. Ajibola explained that the affected students were enrolled in various higher national diploma HND programs across 8 schools. According to the statement, investigators revealed that the students submitted fake national diploma ND results and forged academic transcripts from different institutions. He added that the documents were used to facilitate admission into the Polytechnic. The institution spokesperson said that the expulsion followed a comprehensive verification exercise on credentials submitted during admission and registration processes. He noted that the action was part of efforts to sanitize its academic system and uphold standards. According to the statement, the rector, Dr. Koye Jola-Osho, warned prospective applicants against using fake credentials to gain admission into the institution. Jola-Osho said the decision reflected the Polytechnic's commitment to academic integrity, excellence, and professionalism. He added that the institution remained focused on promoting transparency and credibility in tertiary education. The Nigerian Police Force (NPF) has warned against reprisal attacks in South Africans residing in Nigeria over the recent xenophobic attacks on Nigerians in the former apartheid country. The former apartheid country. The police issued the warning on Sunday in a statement signed by a spokesman, Anthony Placid, saying anyone who attacks South African nationals or businesses in Nigeria will face the full wrath of the law. Placid said the NPF had received concerns about possible reprisal attacks on South African nationals, businesses, and interests in Nigeria in response to the xenophobic attacks on Nigerians. Placid also urged the public to refrain from spreading unverified, inflammatory, or inciting information, especially on social media. According to him, false or provocative content can escalate tensions, undermine public order, and hinder diplomatic efforts to resolve the situation. He added that the police is collaborating with other security and intelligence agencies and has implemented security measures and increased surveillance around critical national assets, foreign missions, and other key locations. Finally, to business updates. Nigerians spent $5.996 billion on airline tickets for foreign travels in 2025, a 32% rise year on year, amid increases in education-related travels and a surge in international business engagement. Other increases are in connection with medical tourism and personal travels. Meanwhile, aviation industry experts said the sharp rise in foreign travel spending underscores deep structural weaknesses in Nigeria's economy, education, healthcare, and tourism sectors, warning that unless urgent reforms are implemented, the country would continue to lose huge foreign exchange to overseas medicals, education, and tourism-related services. They specifically called for massive investment in infrastructure, improved security, stronger support for local airlines, and comprehensive reforms in the sector. Also, he made mention of the move by the government to do more on promoting tourism and medical experts in Nigeria. And that's a wrap for News Hour on Operatune Television. Connect with us on our social media handles at Operatune TV. Thank you for watching. I am Precious Olushayo. Good evening.